My childhood sweetheart was suspected by his mother of being gay. So she asked me to test him. He closed his eyes and didn't look at me in revealing clothes. You know, I'm abstinent. I had tried all kinds of methods. But he remained unmoved. Later, I gave up. He pressed me against the wall. Chloe, are you giving up so soon? Continue. Forget it. Seduction isn't done like this. Let me teach you personally. Aunt Gu found me mysteriously. Chloe, Aunt Gu has something to ask you for help. Looking at the serious expressions of my mom and Aunt Gu, I also became serious. Aunt Gu, tell me. As long as it's not borrowing money. Anything is fine. Aunt Gu is my mom's best friend and neighbor. It's like this. Ahwan hasn't had a girlfriend for so many years. Besides you, he has no female friends. Aunt Gu is a bit worried that he might be gay. So, I want you to. Ryan is Aunt Gu's son. I understood. You want me to seduce him? To see if he likes girls? Aunt Gu nodded, embarrassed lie. Aunt Gu has been very good to me since I was a child. Every time I was beaten by my mom, she would stand in front to protect me. It was Aunt Gu who secretly signed my math test paper with an 8-point score. I saluted. Okay. Aunt Gu, I guarantee to complete the task. Daughter, your dad and I, as well as Aunt Gu and Uncle Lu, will go on a trip. The house is left to you too. I was shocked. Mom, are you so about us? My mom patted my shoulder. Xiaohuan will be sensible. What does this sentence mean? What does it mean that he will be sensible? Soon. The unrelated people left with their suitcases. I rang the doorbell of Ryan's house. The door opened soon. Ryan stood with his arms crossed, leaning lazily by the door. What's up, Chloe? This damn handsome guy is really handsome. No wonder he has been the school grass all year round. Because he is so handsome. I call him Handsome Devil. I pretended to be pitiful and pulled at the corner of his clothes. My parents are not at home. I can't cook. I have no food to eat. Ryan smiled gently. I know. I was originally going to cook and then call you. Since you're here, come in and wait. Thinking of my task. I said. Not now. I'll come over later. After saying that, I ran away, looking at all kinds of clothes in the closet. I finally chose a dress. When I went to Ryan's house, I pulled it, and my fragrant shoulder was exposed. I winked at Ryan. Handsome devil. Ryan brother. What do you think I am? There was confusion in Ryan's beautiful eyes. A human being? I couldn't help rolling my eyes. A beauty. Ryan took a serious look at me, and the corner of his mouth slightly curved. Yes. Beautiful. However, Chloe, have you gained weight recently? You can't fit into your clothes. Your shoulder is exposed. I hate it. I patted my chest. It doesn't matter. If he isn't made of steel, there would be no challenge. Sincerity is the only ultimate weapon. I got straight to the point. For a full 25 years. Why haven't you been in a relationship? I don't want to. So many girls have given you love letters and made eyes at you. Aren't you moved at all? Ryan rubbed my hair. You know, I'm abstinent. Very well. Abstinent. Right? I'll make you abstain. Handsome devil. I'm afraid of the dark when I sleep alone. Ryan's body trembled slightly. Why don't you stay at my house? Finally. Friends. We can beat drums and celebrate. After eating. I'll clean up the guest room for you. It hasn't been used for a long time. I gritted my teeth and pounded my chest. Chloe. Hold on. We can win. I paced back and forth in the guest room. At 11 o'clock. I regained my spirits and set out. I carefully knocked on Ryan's door and said in a voice as soft as a mosquito. Handsome devil. Can I come in? If you don't say anything, I'll take it as your. Oh. The light is off. Just right. I saw a bulging piece under the quilt. 3, 2, 1. I pounced on it. Huh. There's nothing. I lifted the quilt. It's empty. A voice came from behind. Chloe. What are you doing? As I turned around, I saw him coming out wearing a bath towel. There were still drops of water on his body. Tonight's sun is so white. The moon is also slippery. I looked at a certain place. My saliva was about to flow down. Can I touch it? Ryan's earlobes were slightly red. His eyes were fixed on me. There were stars flowing in his dark pupils. There was a touch of tenderness that was not easy to detect at the bottom of his eyes. He didn't prohibit it. Does that mean he agreed? I extended my lustful hand. He grabbed my restless hand. Don't make trouble. Go back to your room. I looked up. The firmness in Ryan's eyes didn't allow me to refuse. I'll go then. I lay on the bed and thought. At present, it seems very likely that Ryan is gay. Otherwise, with such a big beauty like me in front of him, he could still be indifferent. Impossible, absolutely impossible. But looking at his behavior and dressing style, he is clearly a straight man. Could it be that my seduction is not strong enough? I searched on the browser overnight, how to make a man like you. There was a highly praised reply below. Go shopping with him. Let him pick clothes for you. Wear them privately just for him to see. I was a bit skeptical about this answer. When I got up early the next morning, Ryan's figure had already disappeared. I know he has always had the habit of morning jogging. After running every day, he would buy breakfast on the way and bring it back for me to eat. I often lie in bed. Every day. I get up at the last minute. Then Ryan would send me to the company on the way. I eat breakfast in his car. I am a senior now and internet a company. To complete Aunt Goo's task, I specially took a week off. I lay on the sofa for a while, and Ryan came back. Wow. They are all my favorites. Soy milk, deep-fried dough sticks, fried buns, shumai, glutinous rice cakes, and shrimp dumplings. The weather is a bit cooler today. Put on a jacket. He put a jacket on me. Thanks. He's quite nice. Seriously. I also feel a bit cold. But it's not too cold. I'm just too lazy to get up and find clothes. After a while, Ryan handed me a tissue again. Your mouth is full of oil. Wipe it. I was holding a bun in my left hand and a shumai in my right hand. It's okay. I'll wipe it after eating. I don't have a hand. In the next second, Ryan leaned over and wiped my mouth. These eyelashes. This nose. This mouth. Why do I want to kiss him? Damn it. It's reversed. It's me seducing him, not him seducing me. Although my heart was beating wildly, I was still calm on the surface. Ryan, let's go shopping this afternoon. I want to buy clothes. Okay. At around 2:00, we went to the most popular square nearby. My mind was full of my purpose. Ryan naturally took me to the store of the brand I like. I suddenly found that he knew me better than I knew him. After entering the store, the clerk came over enthusiastically. What are you two looking for? My shopping skill was immediately triggered. What are the new styles recently? The clerk introduced several styles to me. I resisted the urge to pack them directly. Handsome devil. You pick for me. Ryan was stunned for a few seconds. I pick? Yes. I trust your taste. Woo woo woo. Actually, I don't trust him at all. Looking at his abstinent closet that is either black or white, I would be crazy to trust him. Although Ryan didn't know why I asked him to pick, he still looked carefully. Bring out all the new styles. Looking at the clothes neatly arranged in 3 rows, I really wanted to pick them up. This guy is quite on the right track. He will buy new ones. He knows that I have picked all the old styles. Ryan walked around and picked clothes lazily, looking at the 2 bright red and purple clothes in his hand. I didn't feel good. Looking at the 2 mustard yellow and dark green ones he picked, and one with a style that my mom wouldn't wear. He really has a way. They are all very ugly clothes. He doesn't want any that are not ugly. When he brought that pile of clothes in front of me, my suspended heart finally died. In the next second, Ryan said calmly, "Don't take the ones in my hand. Wrap up all the others. In my size." Huh? The dead heart came back to life. That short sentence formed me for the whole day. When I was still full of surprise, Ryan had already swiped his card and paid. I held a lot of new clothes in both hands and got in the car happily. "Handsome brother. I can't repay your great kindness to me. Let me sleep with you tonight." Ryan's hand that was fastening the seat belt paused slightly. He lowered his eyes and stared at me. "Chloe, you are very strange these 2 days." "Ah? Is it?" "It's not strange. Honestly, I was a little guilty. He has been extremely good to me since I was a child. I actually calculated against him." "No, it's his own mother who calculated against him. At most. I'm just an accomplice. Besides, his own mother is also doing it for his own good." Thinking this way, my back straight and instantly. "No, you're overthinking." When we returned to the community, I always felt that everyone's eyes on me and Ryan were a bit strange. When passing by the children's playground, the grandparents were whispering even more. Old Lee said that he saw Zingirl coming out of Lu Boy's house with his own eyes today. Lu Boy also helped Zingirl tuck her hair behind her ear. Needless to say, how intimate they were at that time. That's right. Old Lian and Old Lu took their wives on a trip, so there are only the two of them at home. Young people are full of passion. However, they are childhood sweethearts. It's normal for them to be together. Did they just come back from a date? It seems that there will be a wedding banquet in our community soon. Rumors. All are rumors. Gossip. So gossipy. Those voices all fell into my ears. Seeing Ryan's red ears, it seems that he also heard them. I have to say that the intelligence center of the community is too powerful to not continue to be the center of gossip. I hurriedly pulled Ryan and left. "Grandpas and grandmas. You play. We'll leave first." A burst of laughter came from behind. Young people are shy. Young people, don't be so thin-skinned. It's better to be a bit thicker-skinned. Lu Boy, come and chat with Uncle Chen when you have time. Uncle Chen is extremely experienced in spoiling his wife and coaxing women. Later, Ryan angered me once. He really took 2 bottles of wine and a roast chicken to learn from Uncle Chen. After Ryan came back, I made him kneel on the keyboard for 2 more days. What did he learn? Of course, this is all for later. When waiting for the elevator, we happened to bump into Aunt Song, the witness of my intimate contact with Ryan. She glanced at me and then at Ryan secretly, and then shook her head in dissatisfaction. Ryan and I looked at each other and then looked at Aunt Song. "Aunt Song, what's wrong?" Aunt Song pushed me towards Ryan. "Why are you standing so far apart? Is the space in the middle for me to stand?" This made me unable to answer. Ryan was holding shopping bags in both hands, and almost didn't catch me. Aunt Song finally nodded in satisfaction. "That's right. Don't be shy. Aunt Song has always thought that you two are a perfect match. Finally being together is great." I didn't expect Aunt Song to be a shipper. Perhaps we should explain. Otherwise, it will spread to the neighboring community tomorrow. Aunt Song. Actually, Ryan and I. Before I could finish speaking, Ryan interrupted me. "Aunt Song, don't you need to pick up your grandson from school today? His grandpa went to pick him up." Xiao Huan. Speaking of this, Aunt Song has to say something to you. Your brother Kai is only 2 years older than you. His son is already in kindergarten. Jian Kai is Aunt Song's son. Aunt Song patted my shoulder again. "Shin girl. Aunt Song doesn't mean to urge you to get married. Aunt Song is just sighing. Isn't this about Ryan? Why is it related to me again?" Just as I was about to speak, Ryan spoke. "The elevator is here." After getting on the elevator, Aunt Song squeezed me and Ryan into the corner. I was almost standing next to Ryan. Clearly, there were only the three of us on the elevator. Aunt Song, stand a bit to the side. Oh, Chin girl. Aunt Song is old. Let Aunt Song have some space. If the place is small, Aunt Song won't be comfortable. Okay. Since she said so. Anyway, we'll be there soon. I glanced at Ryan and found that the corners of his mouth were upturned. He was secretly smiling. What are you smiling at? Ryan's smiling mouth straightened. Nothing. After returning home, I was thinking about when to wear it for him to see. Ryan was cooking in the kitchen. I was in the bedroom choosing which clothes to wear. It was so difficult to choose. Each one was so beautiful. I noticed that Ryan's gaze stayed on that purple dress the longest. So it would be that one. Handsome devil. Let's watch a movie together tonight. Find a romantic movie where they kiss from beginning to end. I don't believe he can still remain unmoved. After eating, I waited for him on the sofa. Snacks, fruits, and drinks were all set up. After Ryan sat down, I used the excuse of going to the bathroom to change into the dress. I tidied up my hair and sprayed on hair fragrance mist, mouth spray, and perfume. After everything was done, I sat down next to Ryan calmly. I felt that the moment I sat down, Ryan's body stiffened. Soon Ryan returned to normal. He moved to the side and grabbed the snacks on the table and ate them crazily. As he moved to the left, I also approached to the left. He continued to move back. I continued to get closer. There's nowhere to retreat now, right? Ryan's throat trolled. Chloe, sit a bit to the right. I don't want to. Move over. I won't. Ryan wanted to stand up. I pressed him back. No way. No way. I've done this. He's still so calm? It seems the answer is obvious. I didn't give up and said, damn handsome devil. Don't you have any thoughts now? Ryan stared at me fixedly. For a moment, I seemed to see a hint of darkness surging up in his eyes. After a while, he looked away and stopped looking at me. I turned his head back. Ryan, am I not beautiful? Very beautiful. Don't you have any thoughts about me at all? Ryan didn't speak. His gaze at me gradually became burning. After looking at each other for a long time, I thought he wouldn't answer my question. Then he slowly uttered two words. No. It was confirmed. He is gay. I patted Ryan on the shoulder. It's okay. Handsome devil. Just follow your heart. Love is free. You haven't violated the law or committed a crime. Life is yours. Just live it well. But seriously, I have quite a few good buddies. They are all very handsome. Do you want me to introduce them to you? Ryan narrowed his eyes. Many good buddies? Yes. Afraid that Ryan wouldn't believe me. I even opened my WeChat friend list to show him. You see, this one with six-pack ABS. I call him maybe S brother. This one is very rich at home and drives a Lamborghini. I call him Lamborghini brother. This one, he is very handsome. He has a crew cut all year round. I call him crew cut brother. And this one, he is extremely good at painting. Playing the piano is also very pleasant to listen to. I call him art brother. As I looked up, I found that Ryan's face didn't look good. What's wrong with you? Are you not feeling well? You have quite a few good buddies? I usually love to collect the WeChat contacts of handsome guys. Yes. If you don't like these ones, I can ask my best friend to recommend some. She also has added quite a few handsome guys. Woo woo. That dead girl and I are both single. We have added many handsome guys. But if you ask us to be in a relationship, sorry, we can't do it at all. Ryan glared angrily. The veins on his forehead bulged. I'm going back to my room. Why did he leave? He seemed a bit angry. I'm also annoyed now. How can I tell Aunt Gu the fact that her son doesn't like women? There is a way. The way is to let my mom tell Aunt Gu. My mom replied to my WeChat message instantly. Dead girl. You really know how to your mom. My mom is probably sweating profusely right now. In a while, Ryan will also be sweating profusely. Being infatuated is not a sin. Forgetting love is not being unrestrained. What result will there be if you think about it so painfully for you? Ryan's cell phone rang. It's probably Aunt Gu's call. To avoid being involved, I'd better escape first. I secretly went to the room and took away all the new clothes I bought. But before I could slip to the door, I heard Ryan calling me from behind. Chloe. I spoke weakly. Brother Ryan. What's the matter? Ryan's face was livid. His eyes seemed to be spitting fire. Don't call me brother. I'm not your good buddy. And, did you say that I like men? I spoke timidly. Yes. Yes. But handsome devil. This matter can't be hidden sooner or later. Tell Uncle Lou and Aunt Gu earlier so that they can be mentally prepared. Ryan cornered me against the wall. How did you come to this conclusion? I was a bit embarrassed to speak. Ryan pinched my chin. His eyes stared directly at me. Say it. I've seduced you like this. But you are not moved at all. What else could it be except that you don't like women? Ryan seemed to be angry and amused. If I had known earlier, I wouldn't have endured so hard. In vain. In the next second, he hugged my waist and kissed me. In the quiet atmosphere, the sound of the clock was extremely clear. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. After coming to my senses, I fell into deep thought. Why didn't I push him away? I haven't kissed before either. Oh right. According to what saw online. Right. In the mouth. But before I could finish writing Ryan let go of me. I haven't written mine yet. What? After realizing what I had said, I quickly covered my mouth. Nothing. Feeling that the atmosphere was a bit strange. Maybe search on the phone. What should I do if I kissed my childhood sweetheart neighbor brother? Ryan's lips were clearly curved in a smile. His expression was bright and full of vitality. Chloe. Ah? What's wrong? Why didn't I find these two words so alluring before? It made me feel tingly. Chloe. I like women. Oh. I know. Why didn't you ask me who I like? Who do you like? Ryan knocked on my head unhappily. Are you a parrot? I'm wronged. Didn't you ask me to ask? Ryan let out a soft sigh. I like a fool. Ah? You like eggs. You don't like good people. You like eggs. The stupid kind. Chloe. What's wrong again? Why is he angry again? Ryan hugged my waist. His long and slender hand stroked along my waist. Chloe. I like you. Oh. Ah? Me? I'm that fool? So. Chloe. What's your answer? There should be a bit of liking. Why on earth? It's all my fault. I thought love was too beautiful. Reality is too tempting. My cell phone rang suddenly. There's a call. Let me go first. Seeing that it was Aunt Gu's call, I answered it. A deafening voice came from the other end of the phone. Chloe. Is Ryan with you? Let him answer the phone. He dared to hang up on his mom's call. Before I could speak, Ryan warned me with his eyes. Aunt Gu. I'm not with Ryan. Aunt Gu. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Ryan doesn't like men. Chloe. You don't have to cover for him. Aunt Gu has bought a plane ticket for tomorrow. I'll be back soon. The call was hung up. Ryan. What should we do? We're in trouble. It's okay. I'll handle it. Speaking of business. Chloe. You haven't answered my question just now. I hugged his waist and stood on tiptoe to kiss his lips. After a moment of stunned, Ryan immediately hugged me back. This time I finished writing. Ryan called Aunt Gu and assured her that he had a girl he liked. I listened beside him. Why didn't you tell Aunt Gu about us? Ryan leaned against me affectionately. If you want to say it, you can. But you have to consider carefully whether you are already ready to marry me. You should know. With the personalities of my mom and your mom, once they know that we are together, They will definitely drag us to get the marriage certificate immediately. It makes sense. Let's not say it for now. At this moment, a message just came on my WeChat. Art brother, senior sister Chloe. I want to invite you to dinner tomorrow. May I have the honor of your presence? I typed in the input box. Yes. Just as I was about to send it, I sensed that the gaze beside me was about to pierce me. Oh, I suddenly have a boyfriend. I haven't adjusted yet. Ryan pressed me on the sofa. His gaze lingered on me. You are so beautiful tonight. My taste is really good. Chloe, didn't you want to seduce me? Come on. Continue. Forget it. Seduction isn't done like this. Let me teach you personally. My face flushed instantly. I pushed him away. Teach your grandpa. Go away. Ryan looked at me dissatisfied. Obviously you weren't like this an hour ago. Aren't you abstinent? I was abstinent before being with you. After being with you, I'm not. Go away. Ryan rubbed a kiss on my forehead. Good night. Girlfriend. This night was to be a sleepless night. After lying in bed for almost 2 hours, I couldn't fall asleep no matter what. Just as I picked up my phone, I saw a WeChat message from Ryan. Ryan, Chloe. Are you asleep? Are you still afraid of the dark? Do you want me to accompany you? I replied to him. Don't ask. This is a question that my husband should ask. You are just a newly appointed boyfriend. Please be self-respecting. Ryan, these Chinese characters put together are really unpleasant. You cold-hearted woman. Ryan, forget it. I don't mean anything else. I just asked. I'm just simply concerned about you. Ryan, since you're not afraid of the dark anymore, then forget it. But even if you say you're afraid of the dark now, I won't care about you anymore. No. Is he sick? Why has he become so talkative and noisy? I replied to him, since we can't sleep anyway, why don't we go out for a drink or two? Ryan replied instantly, okay. I immediately booked a private room on a small program. Ryan and I entered the bar one after the other. There are really a lot of people tonight. After taking a few steps, Ryan was stopped. President Liu? President Liu. It's really you? Why are you here? Have a few drinks with everyone? Today is just a company gathering. That's right. How can there be a gathering without President Liu? You are our leader. Our helmsman. Leading everyone to a higher field. Going to a farther place. Riding the wind and waves together and heading towards the other shore. This flattery. Young man. You've broadened your path. In the next second, a handsome man put his arm around Ryan's shoulder. Brother Juan. Why are you here? Miss me? When I asked you in the morning, you said you wouldn't come. Seriously. You brat. You still come to the bar to play even on vacation. Letcher. My eyes widened like copper bells as I quietly watched Su Yin with a fox-like sly smile and Ryan with an impatient expression. Ryan pushed him away unhappily and took hold of me behind him. Chloe. This is Su Yin. My partner. I know this name. After graduating, Ryan started a company with his roommate Su Yin. Su Yin looked at our joined hands and stared at me with a smile. You are Ryan's little childhood sweetheart? Hello. Little sister. I smiled. Hello. Big brother. Ryan kicked Su Yin and knocked on my head. Don't call him big brother. Oh. Ryan led me into their private room. Everyone in the private room looked at us in unison. I looked around and saw someone from our community. I quickly let go of Ryan's hand. Ryan looked at me in confusion. I gave him a look. Old Wang from next door is here. Old Wang is known as a big mouth in our community. He is actually also from Ryan's company. Before it was just rumors. Now it could be confirmed. In case he secretly takes pictures or something. It's directly over. President Liu. Why did you bring your sister here too? President Liu. Why are you holding your sister's hand? She's not a child anymore. The little sister is really beautiful. What kind of wine does the little sister drink? Big brother will order it for you. President Liu is really something. The little sister is so beautiful. But you didn't bring her out before. Ryan's face became uglier and uglier. I sat down by the edge of the sofa. The sisters handed snacks to me. Little sister. Don't be polite. Eat whatever you like. Anyway. General Manager Sue is paying. Several boys came in front of me and casually talked to me. Ryan sat down next to me and separated them. Drink yours. I'll take care of the person I brought. In the end, Ryan didn't drink. Instead, he watched me drink several glasses of Iceland black tea. Although this wine has a strong aftertaste, it's really delicious. And with Ryan here, I can drink freely. Ryan watched as I drank with others. Ryan watched as I played finger-guessing games with others. After this gathering, I became friends with Su Yin. Little sister. I tell you. Don't look at that guy who seems cold and doesn't talk much on the surface. But one of his words can choke you to death. That's right. I understand. And also, little sister. Although he is very handsome. In fact, he is full of bad intentions. When he calculates people, it's one link after another. I understand. I understand everything. That's why I call him a handsome devil. When we were young, Ryan betrayed me. When a boy gave me a love letter, he would pretend to accidentally flip through my school bag. Then the love letter would accidentally fall in front of my parents, causing me to be closely watched by my parents every day. I talked more and more enthusiastically with Su Yin. Ryan sat calmly. Even if he heard our conversation. Little sister. Today we become sworn siblings of different surnames. From now on, we will strive bravely. Be full of momentum. Surpass ourselves and achieve common prosperity. Sworn brother. Sworn sister. Su Yin pulled me to swear brotherhood. Ryan still sat casually and lazily. He just said one sentence. Chloe. Don't play so close to fools. It will be contagious. Su Yin put his arm around my shoulder. This time Ryan couldn't sit still and hurriedly came over to separate us. Chloe. You're drunk. Let's go home. I slept until noon. As soon as I came out of the room, I saw Ryan's parents and my parents. And Ryan who was being interrogated. You brat. You actually like men. You will piss off your old man. Dad. I've said it. I like women. Don't lie. Don't I know you? If you liked women, wouldn't you have brought a girl home for years? Ryan said calmly. I haven't brought a man home either. And I really have a girlfriend. Who is it? Tell me. Bring her home and let us see. No. Uncle Lou covered his heart and scolded Ryan severely. Oh. I was so engrossed in watching that I accidentally bumped into the door. My voice attracted everyone's attention. Ryan hurried over to check on me. Chloe. Are you okay? It hurts. Ryan rubbed my head for me. My mom came over curiously to me and Ryan. Why do I feel that you two are a lot closer? I was a bit guilty. No. Mom. Don't be so nosy. Ryan gently touched my nose. There is hangover soup in the kitchen. Go and have some. Handsome devil. You are quite nice. The corner of Ryan's mouth curved slightly. Go quickly. I still have to continue being interrogated. As soon as I turned around, I saw my mom's meaningful expression. I immediately put away my big grin and walked towards the kitchen expressionlessly. I heard my mom's voice from behind. I find that the dead girl and Xiao Huan are quite a match. Aunt Gu replied. Isn't this obvious? You don't know. I've always wished that this brat could be with Chloe. But he actually likes men. Pissing me off. I peeked at Ryan. I found that he was also looking at the ceiling guiltily. I held a bowl of soup and sat on the sofa, watching Ryan being interrogated by his parents. When I just woke up, I still felt a bit guilty. Now I don't feel it at all. I even look forward to Ryan being tortured. Aunt Gu looked extremely distressed. Aishu. It's about time for you to introduce someone to Chloe. Don't wait until she is influenced by this brat and it's too late. My mom said. Don't worry. I've already planned. I originally planned to let Chloe meet that young man this week. Graduated from a 985 university. Works in a big company. Has a promising future. Then you have to hurry up. Ryan frowned. Mom. Aunt Shu. You don't need to introduce someone to Chloe. She has someone she likes. Aunt Gu glared at him fiercely. None of your business. Shut up. I begged my mom for a long time. But she didn't change her mind. The final result was that my mouth was swollen from kissing. And I had to deal with this blind date within 10 minutes. On the day of the blind date, I went on the date with a natural makeup. After dealing with the blind date, I still had the second half. My best friend had invited me to go shopping. When I arrived, the other person hadn't come yet. Instead, I saw a familiar back, sitting 2 tables away from us. That back really looked a lot like Ryan. Hello. Are you Chloe? I am Zhu Qi. A voice interrupted my thoughts. The person I was on a blind date with had come. He didn't seem successful in his career. More like an old hand in the workplace. Hello. Please sit down. I got straight to the point. I have no intention of dating. Zhu Qi looked me up and down. Miss Liang. I've read the information. You are also this year. It's just right to start dating now. Judging solely from education. You are not worthy of me. But I quite like you. Yes. Yes. Who let me be only? My voice was cold. Sorry. I have no interest in you. And I don't plan to develop with you. His brows furrowed. Miss Liang. You don't need to be inferior. Education doesn't mean everything. After all, after marrying me, you don't need to go to work. Just serve me at home. You also know that I earn over 10,000 yuan a month. It's more than enough to support you. I laughed. A frog in a well with a sense of superiority. I picked up my bag and got up to leave. Zhu Qi grabbed my hand. Why are you leaving? I haven't finished speaking. You are a bit impolite. It seems that your upbringing is not very good. In the future, the child can't be taken care of by you. I still need to ask my mom to take care of it. Enough is enough. Friends. Let go. Then I slapped him. Zhu Qi immediately glared and veins popped up on his face. You dared to hit me? You bitch. He still wanted to hit me. Ryan held his hand and threw him aside. Get lost. Zhu Qi glared at me and Ryan with a ferocious expression. Who is he? None of your business. Good. You whore. You bring a lover on a blind date. I held Ryan, who was about to beat him up. Don't be affected by the roar of a mad dog. Stay calm. Let's go. Ryan kicked him before leaving. I touched his chest and soothed him. Don't be angry. It's not worth it. As I soothed, we hugged each other. Just when it seemed we were about to kiss, suddenly a head appeared in front of us. I glanced at her and pushed Ryan away. Ning Yuer. What are you looking at? You too. Come on. When did it happen? I thought I could still argue. What? I don't understand. Ning Yuer had an expression of, do you think I believe it? And, if I believe you, I'm a fool. All right. It's okay to deceive others. But it's impossible to deceive this princess. I could only helplessly tell her the whole story. Ning Yuer looked at Ryan. Childhood sweetheart brother. No, brother-in-law. You took away my wife. Don't you have any compensation for me? I'll pay for your consumption today. This is okay. Ryan went back to the company, and will pick me up after work. I went shopping with Yuer, and returned with a full load. After returning home, I told my mom what happened on the blind date. My mom was also angry. A few days later, I also heard a very interesting news. Zhu Qi was beaten up. For this sick person, I'm not surprised at all that he was beaten up. My undergrad relationship with Ryan is also developing smoothly. At first, I was a bit unaccustomed. Now I can handle it smoothly between the two families. and I can still find time to kiss Ryan and hold his hand. Unconsciously. 3 months have passed. Soon it will be my age birthday. My parents and Ryan mean that my birthday must be celebrated grandly. In the past years. Because my birthdays were all during school and I was in a different place. They weren't really celebrated. This time it must be made up. However, for those 3 birthdays, Ryan was never absent. He traveled thousands of miles to school to give me gifts and take me to eat. It should be said that he was there for every one of my birthdays. Now it seems that this handsome devil has loved me deeply for many years. It's all because I'm too charming. My parents invited almost everyone in the whole community. I posted on Moments. Whoever wants to come can come. On the day of my birthday banquet, I only then found out that Ryan had actually booked the entire hotel restaurant. I know his family is very wealthy. He is also quite rich. But there's no need to be so wasteful. Right? He also said with certainty that I could leave it to him. I don't trust him at all. Who has a birthday banquet with number of tables? Ryan was standing at the door in formal attire, warmly welcoming guests. Those who didn't know might think it was a wedding. To avoid this misunderstanding, I specifically slipped into the bathroom but was caught by my mom and brought back. So it became me, Ryan, you were, and my dad welcoming guests at the door. Senior sister Chloe. Hearing someone call me, I looked up and blurted out, Art brother? Realizing my rudeness, I hurriedly apologized. How could I blurt out the nickname? So embarrassing. Ryan also didn't know when he teleported to my side. Chloe. Who is this person? There's a strong smell of jealousy in these words. Ningyur also opened her mouth mischievously, her eyes full of teasing. Yes. Senior sister Chloe. Who is this? I coughed and said seriously. This is my junior. Songyu. Songyu obediently greeted everyone one by one. Hello, uncle. Hello, brother. Hello, beauty. Ryan always had a straight face. His expressionless face exuded coldness and indifference. It's over. Someone's jealousy jar is about to be overturned. Songyu. Let me take you in. Songyu took hold of my hand. Senior sister. I have something to tell you. He pulled me aside. My dad looked at his hand and shouted. You brat. Let go of my daughter's hand. Ningyur said without fear of making things bigger. Uncle. Don't worry. There are people who should be worried. I glared at Ningyur from afar. Dead girl. While glancing at Ryan's side, I asked. What's the matter? Songyu lowered his head shyly. Senior sister Chloe. I like you. Songyu. You deserve someone better. We are not suitable. Songyu raised his head and looked at me seriously. Sorry. Loving you was my mistake. But can we hug? As soon as he finished speaking, Ryan picked him up from behind. Hug your head. Does this guy know teleportation? When did he come over? Ryan sent him to the banquet and then leaned close to my ear and said 4 words. I really want to kiss you. I blushed and followed him to the lounge. Ryan pressed me on the table and leaned down to kiss me. He still hadn't let go of me even after I had written the English alphabet 5 times. Suddenly, the door opened. 12 eyes met. I hurriedly pushed him away in a panic. For a moment, no one spoke. Aunt Gu was the first to react. Continue. We'll leave first. My mom echoed. I was wondering why we haven't seen you for so long. It turns out you were doing something serious. Continue. Don't worry about us. My dad wanted to speak, but was dragged away by my mom covering his mouth. The underground relationship has since become an above-ground relationship. Ryan and I announced our relationship on Moments. Under Ryan's Moments post, there are all envious comments, so it's not a younger sister but a sister-in-law. I said why President Liu was so nervous that day. So it's like this. Brother Juan. You actually betrayed me. We agreed to be single forever. But you brat are so lucky to have my sworn sister. And under my Moments post, there are all comments waiting to threaten Ryan. My wife is about to become someone else's wife. If he doesn't treat you well, I'll be the first to kill him. Congratulations. Senior sister Chloe. Senior sister must be happy. Otherwise, I won't let him go. The big beauty in our dormitory has someone in mind. But we will always be your support forever. Fortunately, after our relationship was exposed, my mom and Aunt Gu didn't push for marriage too much. They just hinted at it occasionally. But I know they are smiling so much that their mouths can't close every day. Aunt Gu can't wait to give me all her family heirlooms. Every few days, she finds an excuse to take me to buy rings, necklaces, and bracelets. In less than half a year, I have 2 drawers full of gold. When Ryan and I walk in the community, everyone looks at us with an expression of already knowing that you will be together. Among them, Aunt Song is the happiest. I asked Ryan when he started to like me. This brat actually won't tell me. Epilogue. 2 years later, Ryan and I got married and I was pregnant. My family's status was already high. After I got pregnant, it was directly promoted to a mascot. I often stare out of the window in a daze. The stray dogs in the community like to roll on the lawn very much. I also want to be a dog, preferably a Samoyed. I asked Ryan, "Husband, can you be my dog in the next life?" "Sure. The next day I'll take you to be neutered." I saw Ryan's eyelid twitch. He continued, "Okay. Okay. Neutering is neutering. But let's agree first that you mustn't abandon me." "Okay." My mom is very worried that I'll become stupid after pregnancy. Ryan also spends more time with me every day. On the day of giving birth, I was pushed into the delivery room. My family was waiting outside. Suddenly, the doctor came over and told me, "Send a WeChat message to your husband. Tell him to stop crying. He's crying so heartbreaking. His legs are shaking all the time. We're afraid we'll have to rescue him first later." After I gave birth and came out, I learned that Ryan became famous in the hospital. During the hospitalization period, there were nurses coming to visit him every day. I gave birth to a baby girl, a 7-pound baby. Very healthy. I believe our family of 3 will always be happy.